As the effects of the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the sanctions imposed on Russia continue to take their toll, countries around the world have been forced to live with the repercussions, and Nigeria is not an exception. Nigeria, along with the rest of the world, has experienced inflationary spikes, disruptions to global supply, and worst still, the emergence of a global recession. The conflict, as well as other factors, have triggered significant peaks in energy prices as uncertainties around supply security and affordability are paramount. This comes at a time where markets are already tight following the COVID-19 rebound. Hello everyone, welcome to KEY-NOMICS. My name is Olutayo Olushoga, and this is what is happening in the world right now. So Russia, being one of the biggest producers of oil and natural gas, has had several sanctions placed against them. One of the effects is that shipping companies have avoided Russian products, and as a result, demand has exceeded supply, leading to increased prices. The energy commodity market is a global one. This means that price changes in one part of the world would affect how much people pay for energy somewhere else. Countries like the United States that import gas and other commodities from Russia are already experiencing increased prices in a time when global inflation is on the rise. For a country like Nigeria that imports refined petroleum products, the effects have been significant. Nigeria recently passed a revised budget to accommodate a 3 trillion naira fuel subsidy. That's a lot, right? Well, this budget is expected to increase as oil prices increase. About 60% of the domestic gas used in Nigeria is imported. The effect of the conflict on gas prices is also going to affect us, and we all know we can't do without gas. Let's talk about diesel. Diesel is used for industrial power generation, and recently it has seen significant price hikes. This is because diesel is a deregulated product, and as a result, it is impacted by the global demand and supply dynamics. When the price of energy increases, what else is left? The indirect impact of the rise in fuel costs is felt in the cost of transportation, food, and services. The small businesses, also known as SMEs, will mostly be impacted, as a lot of them depend on either public electricity supply or power generators to operate daily. A barbing salon that relies on generators will increase the price of its services. Companies that consume large amounts of diesel will be forced to adjust to accommodate the increases. Don't be surprised when your landlord announces an increase in rent. That's if it's not happened already. Essentially, the domino effect of the ongoing conflict will be felt all around our ecosystem. Just so I don't sound like a bearer of bad news, here are a few ways that you can weather the storm. A regular savings account with 4% interest rate becomes irrelevant when we have double-figure inflation rates. That is why it is important to have different alternatives. Invest. Despite the lack of confidence most people express about investing, owning some equities or real estate can be a very good way to combat inflation. If you need advice on this, you can call our in-house experts for help. It is time to start thinking about a high-interest savings account to hedge against the rising inflation. Set aside some funds for the future while reducing unnecessary flexing. If it can't hurt your pocket so much, front-load some of your cost items by stocking up on the household essentials that will be affected, that is, if you can store them properly. Finally, schedule your power usage. As absurd as this sounds, a reduction in the time you run your fuel power generators will help reduce the carbon emissions discharged into the air. So you save power and save the environment. A win-win, right? You can call the numbers on the screen for any questions you have, and feel free to follow Keystone Bank on all of our socials. See you on the next episode of KEY-NOMICS.